Big boy.
Hey guys, welcome back to a very special Merry Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hey.
We hope you're ready. We have some very fun topics. Josh,
Hey guys.
Santa Claus, aka Sean,
Be good.
and myself,
Matt.
the Christmas Bunny, Matt.
The Christmas party.
I hope you guys are ready because we're gonna go over some really fun Christmas movies, Christmas music. I think we're going over some Christmas lights, trees.
Yeah.
Trees,
But don't forget the biggest controversial movie of Christmas.
Ooh,
Yes.
stick around and find out what it
Stick
is.
around and find
Tell us
out.
what you
Yes.
think it is. If it is or isn't a Christmas movie, we'll find out
Yes.
later. But
And maybe we'll
Yeah.
even talk about me a little bit this episode.
that's right, Santa.
Yeah, because Santa's not self-centered.
No,
you know?
he's not. That's why he said maybe, maybe.
Oh. All right, guys.
But it's
cheers and beers
it's a
honors.
special cheers and beers. So let's take our drinks. Let's give a shout out to Mr. Claus here.
Mr. Claus, thanks for doing
To
everything for
Mr.
us.
Thank
Claus.
you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Cheers
everyone.
and beers.
Christmas.
Cheers and beers.
Cheers and beers.
What's your guys' like favorite Christmas story?
Dude, speaking of a Christmas story,
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know if you know
The
what
literal
I'm
Christmas
dressed
story.
as, but yeah.
Dude, it's like one of the
Let's just
the
dress
best
a rabbit
movies.
in the room.
Ooh, I will address the rabbit since I am hop hop. You guys got some carrots?
Yeah. Dude, I'll never forget the kid that wore that outfit.
Bro,
On the
Ralphie
Christmas
from
Story.
a Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Yes, one of my favorite movies. Obviously, as I'm dressed as him from that movie. Dude, one of my favorites. It takes place in Hammond, Indiana, guys. If you didn't know that,
Yeah.
and I'm
Oh,
from
wow.
I'm from Portage, so that's only about 25 minutes away.
Oh, really?
Wow.
yeah,
that's nice.
my dad grew up
Cool.
in Hammond, Indiana.
Wow,
Okay.
that's got to hit home for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched it every Christmas Eve. It was
Same
on
here.
TBS all the time. We
Did
just
your folks make you dress up as a rabbit? Is this the same suit?
no, this is adult money now that I'm
Oh,
now that
okay.
I'm an adult and I get to spend my money how I want.
So
I
what-
get
Good.
to-
That
yeah,
was
it's
a
fun.
good. That was a good purchase in general.
I think this is a great purchase.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with this.
How fun would it be for like if all three of us dressed as rabbits and went out one day?
Yeah.
We have
Like,
to.
How
we would
awesome
have a
that
hip
be?
hoppity time.
Yes,
We would have a hip
I will say though, I'll never forget the Christmas Story because it was on like the parents are cooking in the kitchen. You're a kid. The TV's on. The Christmas Story, as I think look back, is
For
always
sure.
on.
Dude,
In the
Yeah,
background.
it's on
it's
every
a
year.
staple.
Yeah, yeah.
It honestly,
Oh,
it's a
absolutely.
staple Christmas movie at this stage.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're gonna shoot your eye out. Obviously, everyone who knows Ralphie, you know that. Like, you can't have the BB gun; you'll shoot your eye
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And as a young kid, I remember watching it. Like, dude, I always wanted a BB gun, and it was one of those things where I did eventually buy
Yeah.
myself because I wasn't allowed to have a BB
Yeah,
gun.
you're
Because you
weren't.
shoot your eye out. And what happened when
yeah.
you bought it?
Fortunately, my glasses saved me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just like
Good,
him in the
good,
movie.
Good, good.
And I think
Good.
like as you talk
Close
about
call.
like
Ooh.
your BB gun, then came like the Nerf guns, and then the kid like your parents are like no. But nowadays everyone buys their kids a Nerf gun, and you're like, damn.
Dude.
If it was the difference of
Yeah,
growing up
I'll
now.
tell you a
That
funny.
is true.
I'll tell you a funny story. My brother and I, we bought airsoft guns when we were older. Maybe honestly, like 14, and he's 4 years older than me. So I was like 14, he's 18 roughly, and maybe even a little bit younger because I was still at home, and so was he, of course. And we bought airsoft guns. And I remember maybe I was 13, 12, because I remember when it happened. Not specifically the year when it happened, but I remember the feeling. Is we had airsoft guns, and of course we were always told, don't play with those in the house, right? Don't play
Yeah.
with those in the house. Well, one day we did play with those in the house because we're kids.
Kids that
Dude,
don't listen.
I lost my two
Naughty
front
list.
teeth to that.
Oh my
Actually,
God, are
yeah,
you
No serious?
100%, 100%. My two front teeth are actually like not all of them are completely gone, but the very front got beat up, and now I have those. These are fake right here.
Wow.
Because it got shot out, and then we had to lie to
No
our parents.
way!
We had to
No
lie to our
way.
parents.
That
Said like,
is crazy.
Yeah, we lied to my parents saying like, he tossed me the remote, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
missed it, so we didn't get our guns taken away. Of
Oh,
course.
you're gonna hear it here today.
You know,
Yeah.
clumsy
Sorry,
man.
Mom- sorry,
Clumsy
Mom and
man
Dad.
can't walk. You
Yeah.
know, he fell.
So Santa, is he on the
Dude.
naughty or nice list?
I tell the truth.
You think-
Eventually,
Let's just say I never brought him a BB gun.
dude, it was an
I
airsoft.
know.
It took the craziest ricochet and just took out my front teeth literally. And I remember just
That is
being
wild.
whatever age I was. I'm
is
honestly had to be
insane.
12, 13, and I just started bawling because
Yeah.
you lost your two front teeth,
You were
and
always crying.
I was just like,
You were always crying, though.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't get my gifts, but I was so sad
Wow.
with that. But now I got some teeth.
Oh,
Got
look
some
at them
teeth.
pearly white.
Thanks.
Wow.
But
That
yeah,
just
it was-
started. So it did start with the Christmas Story.
I mean,
It was an
honestly,
at-home
dude, it was
feel-good
don't
movie.
buy that. Don't buy your kids BB guns. Don't buy your airsoft guns. Or if you do, don't let them play in
Those
the
airsoft
house.
guns are brutal. Yeah.
Bro.
Those
Dude,
leave a mark.
Yeah.
Me and my
Like
brother had a
hip
good time because it was even the automatic ones, like 'cause they had like
Yeah.
like
Oh,
almost
wow.
like not Tommy gun in a sense, but like like little Uzis, whatever.
Dude, when
And we
you
had
go
some
up with
fun,
brothers,
dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
they
full clip.
were
Wow.
cool.
That is
Dude.
cool.
I had four brothers, so it's like when we had Nerf guns, it was literally a war.
Yeah,
I
it's a
love
Nerf
that.
gun war.
Yeah, you've been there too. Like,
Yeah.
and you had that little runaround section also. It's like no one's safe.
Yeah.
No one's safe.
And
But
we
it's so
actually
fun.
did that for your birthday.
Yeah.
We went to the Mall of America
The Nerf
and
gun
did
war.
a Nerf
Yeah.
gun war,
Yeah.
and that was so much fun.
Whoa,
was
that's
super
cool.
Yeah, if
That
you
was
ever go to
super
Mall of America, it's actually worth doing, even as
Yeah.
an adult.
Yep.
You'll
It's
you'll
cool.
be dying though.
That's-
Lot of
Really?
hard work.
Dude, and it's so crazy. You brought up the Christmas story as I was asking about the Christmas story, but we'll get back to like the actual Christmas story. What's your favorite? But I just thought about like my favorite Christmas movie as you're talking about the movies, and I'm just like, gosh, how could you not think of Home Alone?
Bro,
Oh,
that's
of
like
course.
the
Signature.
staple.
Yeah.
Don't get me started because I will go deep into Home Alone.
Go
all right,
a little
fine.
deep.
All
I
right,
wanna
fine. I'll
see
go
how
a little deep. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's a fun fact. Was written by John Hughes.
Yep.
Now, if you guys aren't familiar with John Hughes, one of the most influential persons to our generation and specifically the 80s. He wrote 16 movies in the 80s and directed 8. And then you'll know some of these movies. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Wow.
Weird
big one.
Science.
Wow.
Pretty in Pink.
Okay.
16 Candles.
Big.
You are pretty in pink.
Thank you.
Sorry, caught him off guard.
Oh no, but for real, he also wrote planes. Or is it trains, planes? Oh my gosh, I always
Trains, planes, and
automobiles.
Automobiles. Yep.
He wrote that. He didn't direct it, but he wrote that.
Yeah.
Which was also starring John Candy. But I'm gonna get into that in 1 second.
I like
Good
that.
writer.
I'm gonna get into that 1 second. Which, dude, he wrote Ferris Bueller, by the way.
Yeah.
Just side fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge.
7 days.
7 days.
The man wrote
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off in 7 days. He wrote
that's
Home
a great
Alone
one.
in a weekend.
Wow. He must have had a dream or something.
He's a guy
He
yeah,
was
when it comes
just-
to
The man
Yeah.
was brilliant.
That's
brilliant,
awesome.
Brilliant.
All right, I'm
Sure.
interested. Give me another Home Alone fact.
Okay, obviously, it's directed by Chris Columbus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris Columbus was a screenwriter before he started directing. You guys would have recognized his movies Gremlins
Oh,
of course.
yes.
and The Goonies.
Oh,
He wrote
that
The
was a
Goonies.
favorite
Goonies
since
is
childhood.
a-
Chris
all-time
Columbus, and then
favorite.
of course
As a
Chris
kid.
Columbus, as he directed Home Alone, but
Just think
eventually
of the name,
went into
Christopher Columbus.
he directed the very first and second Harry Potter.
Oh
Wow.
no way! Oh
Wow.
Yes.
That is talent.
That's a lot of
All
pressure.
right, man, I want
directing
another
the
one.
first
Fire,
Harry
fire.
Potter.
Give
Want-
me another-
let me
give me
give you
another-
another. All right, so we got, like I said, I'm going to bring back the John Candy. If you remember
Love
John
John
Candy,
Candy.
in Home Alone, you know
Yeah.
he plays Gus, the Polka Polka Polka.
Gus.
Yes,
Yeah, Gus.
yes, that was him. He did that for Bono or free. He did that free
Yeah.
to help out his friend.
Oh, 'cause his
John
buddy
Hughes.
Oh,
was
you're
never
talking
worked
about the
together.
big comedian, the big guy. That's
Absolute-
Yeah, that
that's-
guy.
that's John
R.I.P.
Candy.
R.I.P.
Yes,
Legend.
he originally, he's worked with John Hughes, obviously in planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yep.
He worked with him in Uncle Buck,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
which,
that's
by
another
the way,
one.
Macaulay Culkin got his start.
Yep.
His very first movie was Uncle Buck, if you remember
Yeah.
that movie.
Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and then John Hughes wrote Home Alone specifically for Macaulay Culkin to be
Yep.
the main
Really?
star.
He already knew he was gonna be the star of it.
He
Wow.
knew that movie was.
That is
he
so
knew because he
crazy.
saw him in Uncle Buck.
Wow.
He realized that he had so much talent that he's like, okay, let's try a 9-year-old, right? And he wrote Home Alone specifically for Macaulay Culkin to be in that role.
Wow.
That is
that's
so
awesome.
cool. Wow.
Such a
Never
great
knew
movie.
that.
What is your guys' like favorite parts in that movie?
Oh my gosh,
it's
you can go
it's
on and
the
on.
lady with the pigeons.
That's
Oh
Home Alone
my
2.
gosh.
That's Home Alone 2. Lost in New York.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
But
I
to-
just
to-
love
yeah.
that scene. It
Yes,
just
that's a
good.
The whole
great one.
story behind that too. They actually like break it down from like sentence to sentence. It's so heartfelt about saying how she was in love and now she's like homeless and with the pigeons. And then Macaulay Culkin, Home Alone guy, just tells her some real facts about like, hey, just trying again, you know.
And you still have your
Yeah.
heart. Just
Still have
don't
your heart.
don't be
Yeah.
afraid to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
that's
don't
a great.
use it-
Yes.
And everyone was like scared or intimidated or thought she was weirdo, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just needed.
She's a
just
sweetheart.
talked
Yeah,
for a
just
minute.
talk.
Just a great lady. And
Dude.
see,
mean-
good lesson there. Don't judge.
I got to go back real quick to the original Home Alone
Yeah.
because we have
I'll pass that as a good Home Alone scene because
Yes.
that's a good one.
we've got Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
yes.
Dude, oh my gosh! And then Daniel Stern. All the way, Daniel Stern almost wasn't our main or one of our second robbers. Could have been someone else. Dan Roebuck, if
Wow.
you guys
I
remember
don't
that
know.
name.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But fortunately, we have the characters who we have today who played those. And it's
Are you
such
talking about the wet bandits?
yes.
Yes. Or
Yeah.
the
Or
stick-
Sticky
Sticky
Bandits?
Bandits.
I don't
Sticky
know.
Bandits are in Home Alone 2,
Yeah.
Wet Bandits in Home Alone 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
Yeah, they
no, I
went
do
wet. They
remember.
went wet
Yep, you're
first because
right.
they always that was their calling card.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you got Marv who
It's-
did the Sticky Bandits
It's
in the
funny
second
because
one.
like they did the housing and they always left the sink to.
That's
why they
calling
called them Wet Bandits,
yes.
and they didn't know who it was. And then at the end of the movie, they're like, "Yeah, we're the Wet Bandits." They're like, "Oh, we got you on like 9 different accounts."
We've been looking for you boys.
Oh, Marv.
Dude. But we got to bring up real quick. So how big that movie was in 93?
Yeah.
There were only 2 movies bigger than that
Wow.
that grossed.
Okay.
Probably for that year because this
No,
movie is
all time.
forever. Oh, all time.
Home Alone in 93 just changed the game. There were only 2 movies that had done more than Home Alone at
What
that
were
time.
they?
Star Wars,
Star Wars is one of them.
Oh, wow. Good guess, Santa.
Honestly, that's great.
The Godfather.
Close, but
No.
E.T. I guess not.
Oh,
close,
E.T.
but-
Steven Spielberg.
that was a
Okay.
big
Yes.
one,
Yeah,
too.
that
though.
was huge.
Those 2 did more, and then
Yeah.
Home Alone. Like that's how influential Home Alone was during that
Yeah.
time, and how
Wow.
big it was.
That's
it popped
insane.
off,
So
That's
good.
actually blows my mind too.
and here's
So
the.
you're saying that, yeah, basically that's as like big as Star Wars, big as ET.
I mean,
Like,
honestly, yeah. Home
it's
Alone was
crazy.
it did over $250,000 at that time in '93.
Yeah, and to
Wow.
this day, it's
Unreal.
like E.T. and Star Wars is still there because they're producing new scenes and movies.
Yes.
But you know, those movies are long kind of forgotten compared to like your Christmas Home Alone movie. So I would honestly throw that at the #1 category
I
over
don't think
time
it's-
period.
When
I
it
think
comes to
Star
Home
Wars is
Alone,
forgotten.
how
I
about
said
this?
because of new movies, but if you were to take the old Star Wars and the old E.T. and the old Home Alone, #1 Home Alone would
Well,
come
Home
across.
Alone because it reoccurs every
Yeah,
year.
it's Christmas.
You guys want
Yeah.
to hear one more fun fact for that?
Yeah,
real
so
quick.
let's hear it.
So think about those 3 movies. What do they all have in common? Any idea?
They're all great.
I mean, yes, they're all great. I want you to think a little bit. How about the
big
music?
production?
Any music stick out?
like maybe their own.
Yeah, their own.
They're all
And
own their own music.
Original.
Yeah, all original scores
Okay.
created by one man.
Hold up.
So they're all
Hold up.
tied
You're
together.
saying
It's
same
all
dude.
John Williams.
Shut
One of
up.
he's
Wow.
he's arguably the greatest, if not the greatest composer of all time. Is
Okay,
John Williams.
I never heard the name John Williams, but that's crazy.
Yeah, he did.
Happened
Dude,
to compose
dude,
all
John
the
Williams
music
did
for them.
Star Wars, E.T., Indiana Jones. I'm sure you guys know Jaws. Do you know Jaws? John Williams. That's yeah, dude. John Williams, right
No.
there.
Wait.
I think I was doing Batman.
Okay.
and he
Yeah.
is so brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
Dude,
other
awesome.
way to say it. Like the way he just
Imagine his like
composes.
repertoire. Like, hey, the 3 biggest movies at that time.
He
the music.
had the title in '93. He had the
Jeez.
biggest. He had the 3 top spot. He alone,
Holy wow!
Talk about
Man,
a huge year.
Unreal,
What a year.
dude. That
and he did that almost. I think almost for free because their budget
Yeah.
had been used up.
Yeah.
So Chris Columbus, as director, he said like as a joke because like the very first time they watched that movie, it wasn't very good. Like it was good, but the
Yeah.
music really sets it up.
Music
It
is
sets
such a
it
key
up. It
point
sets
of-
it up.
yeah.
And he was like as a joke to the crew, like, wouldn't it be great if we got John Williams? And they're all laughing because
Yeah.
obviously he's John Williams.
is
Yeah.
too big.
He's
You're not
big.
getting it.
Yeah.
He's big
I'm
in
glad you
'93.
just isn't big enough
He's
for him.
big. He's bigger in 2023, but he's even huge in 1993.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
Yeah,
we're not-
he did
we
jazz.
can't get him.
Yeah.
They,
Jazz is like the most iconic music ever.
they send him a rough copy. He loves it, and he decides to score the movie. And now
Dude.
we have what we have
Oh, dude,
today
yeah,
because of
That's
that.
so awesome.
That
Like,
is the craziest
Yeah,
thing ever,
dude.
dude. And yeah, that shows the importance of music. I wonder,
It's
like,
massive.
how it would hit that same movie if had he not scored it.
Honestly,
'Cause-
the movie wouldn't be the same
'Cause
today.
Yeah.
It can't be a coincidence.
Well, no
he did the
music.
music for all the biggest movies. Like
just take it. Just
that's
take it like this.
so interesting.
Yeah, you have a kid running across the street. If you don't have no music, the scene's not a seat. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he made. I mean, I don't want to say. I don't want to give him all the credit,
Music
but he
does make a
elevated.
scene.
He elevated that
Yeah,
movie.
correct.
Like
You're
the
right,
movie was.
yeah.
The movie was probably good. I mean, even
Yeah.
prior to him, but he just took it to it.
Right.
I don't even like one
Right.
level. No, he just.
Right. Now I gotta watch
Crushed
it
it.
again this year because
Yeah.
I want to pay attention more to the
music.
Oh, it's one of my
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah.
things about
Dude,
that movie. It
such a
sells
great
it so
staple.
much. Everything
Such a great
sells
staple.
that movie. Which, by the way, if you guys remember musically right now, you see Mariah Carey got knocked off the top spot this year.
No way. What?
crazy.
Dude,
That's crazy.
the Brenda Lee song, "Rocking Around Christmas Tree."
Rocking around.
Rocking
Christmas tree
around
the
the
Christmas
Christmas
tree.
tree at the present.
Yeah, see, that's all I know. And
But of
like
course I
that's,
know the song.
but
yeah.
that's from like 1940s, 1950s. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly, but I mean
Dang.
that's how strong that song is, and it's been
knocked out
killing
the Queen
too.
of Christmas.
The Queen
Yes.
of Christmas.
But it
Finally.
is interesting though. I have already heard Mariah Carey a few times, and I haven't heard that yet. When I've like been to stores or whatever. But
Yeah, I like Frank Sinatra or Michael Bublé
Oh my-
for Christmas. Just that male undertone, you know, like
Dude, Michael Bublé is amazing. I'll
Yeah.
tell you this. Okay, here, controversial statement, which isn't even ever related to the movies. So get ready for this.
here we go.
is it okay to play Christmas music in July and June? Because I do.
I always stick to December 1st is when Christmas music starts in the car, just for the holiday spirit. But that's my controversial statement.
Josh really listens to Christmas music after Thanksgiving. So
Bro, I listen to
I
it
get
all
enough,
year.
I get enough at the stores. And stuff.
Michael Bublé's Christmas album is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that was
Yeah.
like,
Is it a Christmas album?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I jam out to that any
Yeah, he
time
has
of
so
the year.
many
I don't
songs,
even
dude.
mind.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I've never bought
I
a
just,
Christmas album.
oh, it's one of my favorite Christmas albums. Probably my only Christmas album, actually. But that's because I love Michael Bublé. I think he's got a cool.
I do
he's
like
got a cool
Mariah
voice.
Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
It's
She
so
does a
great.
good one for that
So
one.
great.
It's a
All
good
I-
song.
I
I
like
mean,
that.
honestly, there's a reason. I mean, it is very
There's a
popular.
reason
That is
It's
a
good.
more
Number
like
one, yeah.
like a female-oriented song. You know,
Yes.
like if Michael Bublé sang it, it probably wouldn't have the same tone.
No, not the
All
same.
I want for Christmas is you. Like, come on, that makes sense. You can, hi.
We'll have multiple people sing that song.
The Christmas. Well, Mariah Carey's the one that owns that song.
She
Michael Bublé
destroys
and
that
other
song.
ones,
guy
like-
ever has.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That'd be kind of interesting.
Have
But yeah, so-
yourself a
so you listen to
merry
Christmas
little
music in July?
Christmas. Of course. I don't mind.
and I'm in
Yes.
December, and then Santa here.
I do it when it's on at the stores. Or
He goes to the store
I get
and
enough.
listens to it. Dude, that's so awesome that you guys listen to the Christmas music at that time. I think that's so controversial. You know, just as controversial as Christmas music is, we just talked about a Christmas movie. People say that this is not a Christmas movie, and I think you guys can all relate with me.
Oh,
And
I
we're
think-
going to do it on 3.
Wait, hold on. Let me think what movie. Okay, I
Think
got
of your
one. I got one
biggest-
ahead. I'm pretty
Biggest
sure.
controversial movie.
Okay.
That people say is not Christmas, but it is Christmas.
No, it's Christmas. I already know.
Ready?
One.
I
Yep.
already know. Yeah.
Right on 1.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's because
You know-
it takes place during Christmas time.
Dude.
Oh, dude,
It's a Christmas movie.
I got a great comparison though for this. So, it takes place during Christmas time, but it's not really nothing to do
with
with
Christmas?
Christmas. Also, but think about Home Alone. It's kind of the same type thing. It's going up against the bad guys. Like
Okay.
During
Okay.
that
Christmas
point.
time.
Okay.
So like,
So there's 70 million
I
different
mean,
movies.
if you're saying Home Alone's a Christmas movie, why wouldn't Die Hard be a Christmas movie?
Yeah, I mean, I'm for Die Hard. I mean, it is made the iconic Christmas staple. I'm not going to combat it. It is. a
See,
Christmas-
I'm gonna
I
give
don't
it
know
to
what
it.
I say because I wouldn't necessarily say it's Christmas movie, but I do think of it as around Christmas time. It's always on.
Yeah.
Of
so
course
it does
it
kind of
is,
make it a Christmas
It's a Christmas movie, man.
So you
it
think
has
it
to be.
is
They have
straight
it.
up?
They have,
Yeah, okay.
the day the robbers come in is on a Christmas party, Christmas
Yep,
Eve party.
That's what it is. Yep,
All right.
there it is.
Yeah. So
I mean, and
It's
also we have
around Christmas.
Alan Rickman,
Yeah.
by the
Yeah.
way. Oh my God! I mean, you guys, please remember Alan Rickman,
yes, sir.
one of the greatest, or Hans Gruber, one of the greatest thieves of all time,
One of the
until he
greatest thieves
until he
of all
dies.
time.
But R.I.P.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, you
Bruce
saved
Willis,
us.
dog.
Trying
Man,
to take Christmas.
his
I'm a
heyday.
Hans fan over this. That's
Dude,
my controversial
Bruce Willis,
statement.
that's when he ran the game,
Look,
bro.
I like Bruce
He was
Willis.
in.
I love Bruce Willis, but I wanted Hans to win that one. I'm sorry.
But I will say, Matt,
It
you
would have been a
convinced
Die
me.
Hard 2 or
You
3 or
convinced
4
me.
after that one.
It's
That's
a-
fine.
It's a Die Hard. A Die Hard's a Christmas movie. You convinced me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
What are some other like Christmas movies you guys think that is on top of your head? Like one of my ultimate favorites I watch every year besides Home Alone is gonna be Elf.
Elf? Great.
With,
Great.
Will Ferrell?
Oof.
Will
You guys
Ferrell,
are gonna hate
great.
me. I've never seen the movie.
Are you serious?
Nope.
Guys, get him in the comments.
My bad.
Oh my god.
I've never seen it. I've had zero desire to watch
Man.
Elf. I've seen this grown man acting like a dumb child. I can't watch it.
Dude,
All right.
I can't
I
watch
will
do
it.
you
say
not
this.
know the 5 majority foods of an elf?
No.
Candy cane, candy corns, candy, sugar, and maple syrup.
Exactly.
Boom. That's how. That's how I get them to work so fast.
Time to grow up, kid.
Gotta keep them energized.
He's gotta grow up.
But I will say this: it is my fault, Matt. The Christmas bunny has never seen Elf, is because that one year I was gonna bring you Elf, but instead I brought Cole.
Dude, it's so good because it's like he's trying to have a mindset of he's an elf and he has worked in the North Pole his whole life. So like it's so
Running
funny when
around
he
New
goes
York
to like
City.
New York. Yeah.
Dude, like, I've
Dude.
never seen it. I
Yeah.
promise you, I probably can say I've seen less than 10 minutes of the entire movie. Honestly,
Gotcha.
however long it's been out.
yeah.
His dad's like a straight businessman, but how was it? Like he ended up somehow his dad, who's a serious businessman, like did something in the
he
North
gives him
Pole,
a gift, and it's like
that's
a
how
lingerie
he was
because
born.
the thing said a special gift for someone you love, and he's like, "Oh, nice." So he packs it up and gives it to his dad. His dad is at work, and he looks it up like, "What?" Oh.
Wait, is he? I don't know. See, okay, see, I don't even know the premise. Is
So
he an
he's
actual
half-
elf?
he's
So
half-
he's an actual elf.
He's from New York
Yeah.
and North Pole.
Yeah.
So he's
so
like
who's his
he's
mom
mixed.
and
So he
dad?
wasn't orphan.
someone from the North
Oh,
Pole.
okay.
He was an orphan. He
Okay.
went into Santa's bag. Santa took him back to the North Pole. He grew up, 30 plus years at the North Pole. And then like, hey, he's like 7 feet tall. Everyone's like 2 feet. And he's like, you don't really belong here. We should tell you. And he's like, what? I don't?
Okay.
As he's like taking a shower and the
He
shower's
can't even
like,
fit. Yeah.
or he
Okay,
sits
that
in a
sounds funny
chair
for
and
you.
the chair's like, for one leg.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds really funny.
And then he gets
So-
thrown into New York City.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
even
yeah.
imagine coming from the country of U.S. and going to New York City. That's
Yeah.
like a shock.
Yeah.
That's
but you're
big.
coming from the North Pole.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
about
So-
Christmas spirit and all this, the gatherings, and so it's a good Christmas feel movie. That's why I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm completely ignorant in that movie. I've
Yeah,
never watched
yeah.
it. I've had zero
Yeah.
desire. And I love Will Ferrell, but for whatever reason, that one just doesn't sit with me well. I don't know why.
I think you just
That's
have to
a funny
understand the concept and understand like, oh, this is what the movie's about, and then maybe try to give it like,
Yeah.
oh, if I watch it, can I get underneath it?
Yeah. And
One
it,
day.
and it
One
does
day.
hit the emotional stuff towards the end.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like the Grinch where it's
Ooh.
really funny.
Oh
but
my
then
god, I
that,
forgot about
that
that
hits
one.
a serious note. Little Cindy Lou.
Cindy Lou Who?
Dude, Jim
Cindy Lou
Carrey
Who.
killed
Cindy
it.
Lou Who. Jim Carrey killed it.
And there's talks
Jim
about a
Carrey
Grinch
killed it.
too.
Is it really?
Yes.
Interesting. With Jim Carrey? No, because
Yes.
I thought
Jim
he
Carrey
retired.
signed off on it.
I thought he retired.
No, he said that he would
Yeah,
never
I
do
did.
it again because it took
Yeah.
The makeup
Uh,
was.
so
Yeah.
horrendous. They had to do it before
yes,
the
yes.
shoot.
Do you guys?
the
Do
day
you ever
before.
see the cool video of him when he's just doing an interview and he's talking about when some kids are coming up to him and he does his facial expressions and they're like, "Oh, we thought that was all makeup." And it's just like, but he can do the actual Grinch
Like,
face
smile.
Yeah, he does
have it.
because he has. I
Yeah.
mean, his
That's crazy.
facial
Actually, I did not know that.
ability, like his muscles
yeah.
are so cool.
There's a
Like he can,
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, it's so cool. I was
I
there's
did
a
not know
video
that.
Yeah,
of him doing impressionists, and he does like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
and then
yes.
like all these other big names, and I'm just like, wow, he looks just like.
Yeah, I guess in all the movies he does make some crazy facial.
Yeah, there's makeup, but I
expressions.
mean, you can see he
Yeah.
does like the whole Grinch face, and it's so impressive.
Yeah.
He's like, how can you control your
Wow.
muscles
Yeah.
like that
But
on your face,
I definitely thought there was something else like working with him when he did that.
dude? It's so cool.
Yeah.
because they're really
Yeah.
extreme in the Grinch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
the
Real quick,
The Grinch.
I gotta interrupt. I'm sorry because you said something about New York City, and it kind of reminded me of the city. Do you guys remember the movie Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh my gosh, I think I enjoyed it as a
Oh,
kid. I haven't seen it in like 10 years though.
Now you say that,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah,
Is that
I
with that
watched it as a
toy
kid.
that he wants? Like
Turbo
that,
Man.
Yeah, Turbo Man.
Okay,
Yeah.
this vague.
I can't really remember much, but
bro,
I did
I
like
remember
it.
that
I
as
remember that
child.
movie. So I watched that so many times as
Yeah.
a kid. Just Turbo
Yeah.
Man. I was like, it wasn't even real. It was like, I want a Turbo Man.
I did too. I was about to say
Now
that.
this isn't even bringing it back more.
Yeah.
Like I wanted a Turbo Man.
And now as an adult, like I've watched that recently, and he had that neighbor who kind of was low key after his wife. Arnold Schwarzenegger definitely should just punch the heck out of
Yeah.
that guy, dude. Like, bro, you're
Yeah.
definitely flirting with my wife.
I
That's
think he
not
could.
cool, dude.
I
I'm
think-
an Arnold
I think-
Schwarzenegger
I
fan.
think
I
he
love
could.
all those movies.
Dude. And Sinbad's in
yeah.
it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah,
Sinbad?
Sinbad's in it,
He's
yeah.
the-
Of
he's, the,
course.
he's the mailman, and there's
Yeah.
a scene.
Dude,
there's
now I know.
There's a scene
Now
with
I
a
know.
bomb. He's like, "Back up, everybody! There's a bomb in here." And
Dude.
he actually doesn't think it is a bomb, but it turns out being it. He's like, "That's a bomb? That's a sick world we live in."
I
back
totally
in the
remember
day.
it now. I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought that up because I totally forgot about that.
Dude, that is
Great.
one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
Yes.
it makes me want to
That
take
was
a
a great childhood
Christmas vacation.
Yes, that's my
Ooh.
personal favorite. I love it.
Yeah,
You want-
that's your go-to.
Christmas
neighbors-
Vacation
the
with
neighbors-
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
What's his name?
Yes, Chevy Chase.
Chevy
Jim
Chase?
Chase.
Yes.
Yeah, such
he's
a good
like
one.
he's bringing the Christmas tree in, and the neighbors is like, "Where are you gonna put the Christmas tree?" And he's like, "Bend over, I'll show you." So then the dude's like, what? Blah, blah. And then she's like, "No, I was talking to her, his wife."
Dude,
Like, dude.
Oh wow.
I gotta tell you real quick.
That's a good
Fun
one.
fact about that. Since you love that movie so much, you know who wrote it?
No.
John Hughes.
It's coming all together.
No way.
John
No way.
Hughes wrote
Did
that.
he write all the vacations?
No, but he did write that one.
Okay.
That's
I love
great.
all the
And-
vacations, but Christmas vacation.
And Chris Columbus, the director of Home Alone, was almost the director of Christmas Vacation. Excuse me. However, him and Chevy Chase did not get along whatsoever. And John Hughes was such a good
A lot
guy.
of people
Like,
don't get
yeah,
along with
yeah,
Chevy Chase.
yeah.
John
That's
Hughes
what I
was such a good guy. He realized like, hey, this isn't working, and Chris didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
So he's because of course it's like, he was very new to directing,
Yeah.
and John Hughes was like, hey, let's take this away from you, whatever. And it was really
Yeah.
cool because it just didn't work
Yeah.
out for him.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
unfortunate Chevy Chase had that complex because
He did.
I really like a lot of his movies, but it's like
Yeah, because Chris,
Not-
Chris was a very green
not good
director at
at-
that
yeah,
time. He
yeah.
didn't. So Chevy Chase was obviously a
There's
pretty
so
well
many
established
stories about
director or
him. Yeah.
actor, excuse me.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't putting
That
up with
makes
the green
sense.
director. He didn't want to hear his input. Didn't believe in him.
makes sense.
So they didn't work out. But
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, just to say,
Whoever did
just
direct it
another
did a
John
great job,
Hughes
though.
movie
Yeah,
is
that's a good
just
yeah.
the
That's
dude's
crazy.
the dude's a genius, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
man, that dude is I never
Unfortunately,
knew about
he
him.
passed away in 2009.
Oh, he did?
Unfortunately,
R.I.P.
2009.
Do you know
Yeah.
what his last movie he made was?
I don't remember his last movie. I'll be honest
Okay.
with you there.
So you guys
do
are
not.
talking about Christmas movies and like the controversy about Die Hard, and I was looking like the top Christmas movies out of 100. This one ranked 20, and I was so surprised because it's Edward Scissorhands with Johnny Depp.
What?
Yeah, number 20 out of 100 of the top 100 Christmas movies.
Interesting.
I haven't
Edward
seen that movie in a
Scissorhands.
but
long
maybe
time.
maybe it's
but
because they
Edward-
watched that right after they watch
Well, it's with
what-
Christmas,
the
you know,
Christmas
so.
with the animated
Nightmare. Oh, Nightmare
Night
Before
Before
Christmas.
Christmas. Okay.
Nightmare Before
Oh,
Christmas.
is that? Hey, wait,
It's
real
a Tim
quick.
Burton movie.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Real quick. I want to go back to yours, but real quick, is that a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
That's so tough. I think it has
a
to be a Christmas
Christmas
movie because
movie,
it's the
ain't it?
night before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
It
But I
is
mean,
the
but
Halloween
it plays
king,
always with
and he
Halloween.
wants
He's the
to be
Pumpkin
Santa
King.
Claus.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's always there. I think there's a little controversy
Yeah.
there. Is that a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
That is tough. Yeah.
I think there shouldn't be controversy. I think it's a Christmas movie.
yeah.
But I love
Yeah.
Halloween. Can Halloween be every year? Like even on
Of course,
Halloween
it's
is
every year.
every year.
Yeah.
It's all right, Santa. No one's taking your spot this year.
All
Well,
right.
you
But
know,
real quick,
I only work
so-
one day a year, so the rest of the year I pretty much dress up as
Yeah, Miss Claus
something
told
every
us all
day.
about it.
I want to go back to that.
Yeah.
How is Edward Scissorhands?
I was so surprised. It was kind of
movie.
shocking.
It's
Yeah.
got to be because they watch it. Because now
Man.
they watch that
Yeah.
movie on a movie day, and then Nightmare on Christmas, and then that goes to that.
Yeah, if you guys are watching, let us know if you think that should
I
even
want to
be
know.
in
Please
the
let us
top
know.
100 movies of
Honestly, that's a
Christmas.
great question.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Hey, what? Who do I give Cole to for movie wise? What movie would they be watching
Yeah.
if I have to give them Cole?
Oh, so you're talking about naughty
Naughty.
and bad?
Oh,
Naughty,
you think of like
bad.
bad Christmas
Bad.
movies? I have one idea.
Oh my God.
I got a
I think there's
bad one.
Yeah, Bad Santa. You-
Bad Santa.
Yeah,
Bad
Bad Santa.
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 Dude, I actually really enjoyed that movie. What's that actor's name?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob
Billy
Thornton.
Bob Thornton, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good movie.
Yep.
I liked it.
I love that movie. And
What's that?
I
that
just
big
found
kid?
out-
That big kid with the chocolates?
Oh,
He's
poor
like-
kid. That poor
that
kid.
poor
like-
kid. Dude,
Like, he
dude,
really name-called him, man.
Billy Bob really roasted him throughout that movie.
I can't
Yeah,
believe
oh
the
my
director
God.
was like, "Cut! You're being too harsh on the little
Dude,
kid." Like,
So I literally just found this out about this movie. That scene where he's like super drunk, he actually really was.
Yeah, I
he
did hear
was
that
in real
before.
life, like, and it kind of makes sense,
Makes
like
sense.
how
It makes-
like
makes sense.
bad
Dude.
he
He was
was.
drinking
like,
in the
He's
movie,
bad
too.
Santa, bro. You
Like,
got to live up
it
to the
was-
name.
he's a method actor.
He's a
bad
bad
ass.
actor. Yeah.
Dude, good bring up. That's actually a good
Yeah.
Christmas, but a bad.
Yeah,
movie.
it's a relatable movie.
Yeah, it's a
though.
relatable.
It's a
yeah.
relatable
Yeah.
movie.
And for the modern day Santa Claus, Tim Allen's my go-to.
Tim Allen kills it.
Ooh.
Kills
Dude,
it.
That
the
first-
original
Kills it.
Santa
Yeah.
Claus.
No, he's so
Santa Claus
fantastic.
movie, the first
Not
one.
Santa Claus, Santa Claus.
Claus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
so
Tim Allen
fantastic.
dude, that was
Yeah.
his calling, and then
Yeah.
he just did too many of them. But
Yeah.
the first 1 and 2 was just
Yeah, he just makes me happy.
Yeah.
I like
Isn't-
Tim Allen.
If you guys remember, I'm pretty sure Tim Allen's from Minnesota.
No,
Really?
he's from Michigan because
You
I
sh-
think that's where he got caught up selling drugs.
Oh, is that what I was? Okay, so another
Definitely
M state.
Minnesota.
Another
And then
M,
he became
another
an
M
actor.
state. Yep,
Yeah.
sorry.
He was in prison.
Yep.
our prison system.
What I mean, like, dude, he got
Prison
reformed.
turns-
yeah.
He got reformed.
Yeah.
And became Santa Claus.
Became Santa Claus.
he's given.
He killed the Santa and then became Santa,
And then
just
became
like in the
Santa.
movie.
Yep.
Dude,
Yep.
that's so
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
He made Santa
Yeah,
die
I've
when he
always
yelled at him.
wanted to
Went
drink.
from dropping bags to dropping presents off.
Confessions. Dude, that movie always made me want to drink hot chocolate. There's that hot chocolate that the girl makes and she
Oh,
brings.
You're right.
I'm just like, God, I want a glass. of
Here's
that.
the funny thing.
Or
I
do you just
don't
want
even
a
like
crystal?
hot chocolate, but that when I watch that movie, I always want to try her 1,000-year-old recipe.
I know. Dude, it
Yep.
makes me want hot chocolate thinking about it now, and I really never want hot chocolate.
No, but that even the mug is so
Yeah,
cool,
the
and I'm
mug's
like,
cool.
dude, I want to try this hot chocolate.
And then Tim Allen drinks it. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
What a fun movie.
Hot chocolate is good.
It's a good
Christmas
movie.
too.
What's your guys' like favorite thing to do during Christmas? Like
Ooh.
not at Christmas, but like leading up to Christmas.
Around Christmas time.
Like, what is your like number one go-to thing to do, or the top thing to do?
For me, out of state, I like my family lives all in Indiana. I'm obviously out here in Minnesota.
Yep.
It's just when I have that time off, I'm really thankful to head down and just spend time with them.
Family, right?
Honestly,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's just be around family. I know it's so
That's so cool.
cliche, but when you're not around your family and you get to go, like I honestly get to go home maybe once or twice a year if I'm lucky. Twice,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm lucky.
Yeah.
And so when I get to go spend time with my family, that's like the biggest thing to me.
That's
is
super cool.
is just
Yeah.
enjoy it. Like
Yeah.
I try to see everyone down there. My sister's still in Indiana. I have a brother in Illinois, and he's got kids. She has kids, and I have another brother in Florida, and I try to talk to them and see them.
Yeah.
But it's very hard up here.
But that's
by,
why I
your-
like
by
this
myself,
holiday.
Yeah.
and that's why holidays
Yeah.
are so important.
Yes.
They give you that
And you
time
get-
off. So that's what I
Absolutely.
love about the holidays. It
Yeah.
brings family together because everybody gets it off more.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you get some good food when you go down home too,
Yeah.
right?
A lot
Some
better
big
than I make for
dinners.
At
myself.
home cooking, baby.
Thank you, Mom. I love you.
Yeah.
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 Shout out to the moms, baby.
Yeah.
We love you, moms.
We love you.
Yeah. Dude, yeah.
What about you
then
guys?
there's-
What about you guys?
There's a Christmas lights that they have though. Everyone's got a Christmas. Well,
Oh
depending
my
on
gosh,
the area,
Christmas
you know,
lights, dude,
there's,
yeah.
Do you guys ever drive
neighborhoods.
around and go
Dude,
look at the
There's
I
Christmas?
certain
have,
neighborhoods I
dude.
know that are like the ones
Yeah.
where you go see there'll be
Yeah.
every house, but maybe one or two on the block.
Okay.
And there's even
Yeah.
areas around the metro where they even have me comes because
Yeah.
there's that many people drive up there during Christmas time to see the lights.
Dude, I love that you brought up Christmas lights because when I lived in like a northern suburb of Chicago, just right outside the city, there had so much big Christmas lights at these homes. Like, we're talking like, holy crap! I've never seen them here, but I drove around, Chicago, Illinois, and there were some of the most prettiest homes with the most prettiest lights that take like probably like 4 or 5 weeks to get it all done, but I love seeing Christmas lights
Yeah,
and
that's a lot of
everything.
work.
Sure.
Dude, I'm about to hit you with this crazy fact.
Hit it.
You want to know America's largest free walk-through Christmas light show?
If you say it's somewhere in here, I'm gonna be.
It's actually in Minnesota,
Shut up.
2 hours north of Minneapolis in Duluth, called Bentleyville,
Dude.
with over 4
that's
million lights.
4 million lights.
Oh my gosh.
That's
It's-
4
insane.
million?
That's
have you guys
insane.
ever been there? Have you
I
heard of
haven't.
it?
No,
No.
I've heard of it, but I never.
I know you've heard
Yeah.
of it but you're from Indiana.
I have
so-
heard of Duluth, but not
Yeah,
Bentleyville.
Bentleyville,
So wait.
Dude, it's so crazy. Like if you I know you always go to your families for the holidays.
Sure, I gotta
but
go drive
dude,
to
if you
Indiana.
have one time where you want to go up there, it'd be worth just a view. I mean, America's largest free walk.
But don't they
that's
probably have it?
so
It's not just
cool.
on Christmas. Probably a few weeks. So right?
Sure,
no,
of
they're
course,
saying
of course.
it's
Yeah,
happening
that makes sense.
now,
That makes
like,
sense.
in the past and now. Like I think
Yeah.
like when it's
Just like you get your time, just like
Yeah.
the Ice Castles this
Yeah.
year. We haven't.
Well,
It's
yeah.
gonna have your
But
your
it's
time.
free.
Yep.
You don't
Okay.
get a ticket.
yeah, like Christmas music on December 1st. It opens up.
There you go.
Well,
Don't
me
quote me on
and you have been to the
4
one of the
million.
light shows where that
I think-
that blew
yeah.
my mind. I thought
Yeah.
it was so cool. Like
Yeah.
just all walked through and it's different light
Yeah.
Christmas light displays.
So they have
It's
4 million
cool.
lights there. I wonder who has the largest Christmas tree.
Dude,
Is
I
it,
love
they
that.
got to have a pretty. I bet they have a pretty big tree. I'd imagine.
Well,
'Cause-
so I think Rockefeller is bigger, and that's
That
80
makes-
foot.
Average.
Yeah,
Or
average,
Right on? Okay.
around
okay,
there. So
okay.
that's a huge tree.
That's
like,
big. 80
that's-
feet.
Yeah.
80 feet.
You see it in
tall,
Home Alone
man.
itself.
Dude,
It's huge.
I've seen
Yes.
it. I've seen it in real life, and it's mind blowing.
What?
It is mega. The one in Rockefeller.
Oh,
yeah.
that's when he was
Like,
skating.
that's what I'm saying,
He was
like-
skating in
Yeah.
July. He was
Bro,
skating
it
in
blew
July.
my mind,
Dude.
But dude, there was one bigger.
No way, bigger than Rockefeller.
80
bigger
feet?
than Rockefeller.
80
For wait, for a
It's
Christmas
huge.
tree? For a Christmas tree?
For a Christmas tree in 1950, there was a 220-foot Christmas tree.
220
220
foot.
foot. That's 7 school buses combined. It's a Guinness Book of World Records.
220.
And it was
That's like almost 3 Rockefeller trees.
dude,
Damn
it's
near,
crazy.
dude. Yeah.
And I saw
can't even
Rockefeller in real
imagine
life,
that.
and,
Like-
and that tree was the biggest tree. Like
No, that is.
Christmas
I mean,
tree I've
dude,
ever
think about
seen.
that. 8 times 3 is 240. So 80 times is 240
Yeah, so
right
3 of
there.
them.
So, dude, that's
That's 220,
3
yeah,
Rockefeller trees. That's
Yeah.
right there.
Where
that's
was that at?
crazy.
So it was at a mall in Seattle, Washington.
And a mall's that big, 220
But
feet.
I don't even
wide?
understand how do you like transport it. Like I mean, I know
Hold on,
nowadays.
hold on, bro.
Like,
Whoa.
dude, like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's awesome. That is really
I know,
cool.
like
That
they
honestly is
transport those
crazy.
Shout out
windmills
to
now,
Seattle
but like,
for that one.
yeah, I don't know how they did that.
220. How do you even like put lights on that? Like,
Dude.
what crane are you using? From the James and the Giant Peach crane? Like,
That would be
what are
something
you
Did
I
they have to
using
like
that?
drive it there with a crane?
Dude, how do you get that there?
I wonder if it
I
had
don't
all
know.
that trees, but I would love to visit
do you
and
have a,
just see
do you have a,
that.
do you remember what year that was? Any by chance?
1950.
1950.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably like
Yeah.
a good time when we actually had real big trees.
Yeah.
and especially
So-
in California
Good point.
before they're all cut
California
down.
is known for their big trees.
The redwoods.
Like northern
The redwoods,
California.
yes.
Yeah, and up
Nothing
through
like it
Oregon
over
to
anywhere
Washington.
else.
No.
Yeah, because I remember driving to Seattle from I'm coming from the coast, and once you get to the pine trees,
Dude, that tree
it's
had
like
been
dark.
huge.
Oh
during
my
the
Stump.
day.
gosh.
The stump on it, like
I wonder what
Yeah.
it looked like.
This
man. I
so
bet it's
this,
so cool.
this record will stay forever because I
where are
think
you gonna
too,
find that?
Yeah.
Well, just with traffic, power lines, traffic lights,
Yeah.
maybe
Oh, good call.
1950,
Yeah.
and like you said, the trees were still
Yeah,
they
New
were
York
sad.
City.
they're so
biggest
thick and
city.
wide. Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
It's got
that
80
record will
feet.
never be
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
again.
How do you go
That's
from
great.
80 feet to 221?
That's awesome.
It's
That's
mind-blowing.
so big.
It's mind blowing.
Dude,
and if they lit that up the way I'm thinking, even if they
Yeah.
did half the way I'm thinking,
Yeah.
that's still so impressive.
yeah.
Like
God, that would actually be scary being the
Like
one
crazy.
wrapping the lights around it.
You wouldn't even be
Jesus.
able to like know
it'd
it's
be
happening.
scary for someone
Yeah.
like us, but if you got those balls of steel,
Yeah.
Man, you would have
you're
to.
fine,
You'd
man.
have
They're out
to.
there, they're
I
fine.
know trees
Yeah.
are sticky. Maybe.
What's
yeah,
what's
I get
kind of
lucky.
terrible too is like the way that it got out is like probably no one even knew about it till the year later with the newspapers and people talking. No one knew that
You're
they
right,
could have
true.
visited this. Like,
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
no.
if it was on
you're
social
right.
media,
No.
the next day people would be
Nah.
booking flights to
Could
go
you
see
imagine?
it.
Yeah, 2023, and you hear a 221 foot tall Christmas
I'm
tree.
pretty sure
People are
that
going
this
to it.
was the attack of the U.S.
Yeah.
I guaranteed it. Word of mouth.
Yes.
got to the
Minnesota,
whole
let's go.
US.
We got 4 levels at the Mall of America. Let's make it happen. Let's get people there.
Dude,
Come on.
even
No,
4
I don't-
stories isn't even gonna be.
That's
It's
not enough.
not
That's why
even
I'm wondering. This mall
close.
must have been an open area.
Yeah,
Because
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think that wouldn't be Mall America. You
That
know?
is
No, it would just
crazy.
221 feet is so tall. Like you said earlier, that's 7 yellow school buses stacked vertically on top of each other.
That's insane. It's crazy that you gave us that analogy to fathom how big it is, and you just stack 7 buses, and it's just like, holy crap! After you get to 4, you're like, what? It's
Just-
still
yeah.
going.
Yeah.
And that's
I don't
just
know how-
half.
I don't
Just
even-
over half.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Is there
cool.
even oxygen up
That
there?
is crazy. It's
Man.
probably good, man. You can go over there giving out oxygen, taking all that carbon dioxide. That tree.
Yeah, straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
But you know, I think the like plastic Christmas trees, fake Christmas trees
Yeah.
become more popular. But I still remember like as a kid, a few times as an adult, go and get a real one, chop it down.
One of my core memories is like getting together with family and going to like a Christmas tree lot, and then they give you the saw to go cut down.
That's
you
cool.
go pick your tree.
That's fun.
Dude, that is one of the like.
I've
best core
never
memories.
experienced it.
Yeah.
But I always saw the thing. I was always so jealous of like that looks like such a fun
Yeah.
family experience. Like,
They didn't
yeah.
have the trees in Indiana then, huh?
Yeah, it's
No,
it's
we
so
did.
different than like
we
cutting
just
it
didn't
down.
have it. No,
Yeah,
we just didn't
didn't have it.
But we just
Yeah.
did the artificial. Like
Yeah.
honestly, yeah.
It is different.
It's
like
easier.
yeah, cutting it down
Cleaner.
than to go there and just
It's so
grab
much
a tree.
cleaner.
Yeah,
Cleaner.
yeah, cleaner.
That's what it is.
Safer.
Safer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
And
smell,
also you
And
guys
reusable.
think
the pine smell,
The
you
pine
don't
smell,
get.
I'm-
It's
no,
like
That's what
yeah.
I think about.
It's so
That's
beautiful.
exactly what I
Yeah,
think about.
when I caught that back in the day was when growing up and like you go to families who did have an actual tree and you get that pine smell.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah,
every
I-
time you
it was
walk in the
fresher.
house, it's
Yeah,
like wow.
for sure.
Yeah.
You catch that. You,
So you guys know the song Jingle Bells.
Jingle
Bells.
of course,
Jingle
the
bells.
perfect Christmas song.
And guess what? It's actually there's a lot more to it. You know that there's nothing about Santa Claus, nothing about Jesus Christ, but it's jingle bells, jingle all the way. That song is actually not made for Christmas.
What?
It was actually made for Thanksgiving, and it was called One Horse, One Sleigh.
Why is there a sleigh if it's Thanksgiving?
Because of it says like the opener to Snow. So this was originally made for Thanksgiving. They changed the name to Jingle Bells, and now it became a Christmas
I think
staple.
my whole
but-
life is ruined.
Yeah,
I don't even want to live
Josh has
anymore.
like ruined Christmas. Thanks for that.
The
fact.
Grinch!
Thanks for that. fact.
dude, I did. When I was reading this, I had to save it. I
No
was just
way.
Like, dude, I didn't.
What?
think- Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's insane.
I got to tell you
Pretty
guys
much.
something real quick because I have this fact and I want to tell you about it real fast. About do you guys remember anything? Do you even not remember? Do you even know about the Christmas truce of
No.
1914?
No.
I know, obviously.
Oh, with war?
Yeah.
I'm guessing World War One.
It's World War One. You're right. This is quite a bit a long time ago. Obviously, I just missed it by a little bit. But no, for real. It's a crazy story. So World War One had just started in July of 1914. So 5 months later, fast forward to now Christmas time, right? There's a truce on Christmas Eve where the enemies, the Germans on the Western Front and the British and on the again the Western front, so it's like France, Belgium.
Okay.
They call this truce, right? Basically, 100,000 people from both sides, again truce, and they go into no man's land. So they are allowed to recover their bodies, the dead. They end up communicating with each other. Of course, they exchange gifts such as like buttons, souvenirs, tobacco.
That's awesome.
And then they're forced the very next day to go back to fighting.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's the saddest thing,
like
but it's such a
so sad.
it's so sad, but it's so beautiful at the same time
It's
because
beautiful and
like
sad.
these are just people. And they're just forced to fight, unfortunately, because we have higher ups. I'm not trying to get too political. I'm not going to go
But
too
that's
deep
literally
in
what
that.
just
But
went through my mind when you said
it's
that.
just a sad thing is like because they're just humans and they're trying to do what's right.
Yeah.
They're enjoying each other's company, and then they have to go back to I hate
So
him,
that's
I
like
hate
the
him, but they
craziest story
don't
ever.
though. But
Yeah.
they don't, and
That's
it's such a
that-
cool story. Like even there's one
it is
section in that
cool.
Western Front where they play soccer together.
Oh
The
my
Germans
God,
and the
what?
English they play soccer in a certain area in 1914.
Dude.
Yeah.
And then the higher ups, of course, get very mad.
And
Like, hey,
it-
we can't have that
it
happen
just
again.
shows that those people playing soccer, that they have no
They
hate
didn't
for
hate
each
for
other.
each other.
But
No.
But
They have a job to do.
the rich people
yes.
that can talk to each other, so it's people fighting each
Does the
other
citizens
that
get
don't know
the
each
citizens
other.
get caught?
Dude,
Yeah.
it is
That's what
so
happens.
sad.
The citizens
So
get
sad.
caught in the roar
War is just terrible.
of the rich and powerful.
War is just terrible.
And
but
it's
I'm happy
terrible.
they did
It's
it.
so cool at
I'm
the
happy
same
they
time.
had that truce.
It's
Has
such a
that
cool
ever
story.
happened
Not
again?
like that. They did a little bit in 1915, but nothing like that
Okay.
extent of 1914 because the
Yeah.
higher ups put a kibosh to that. They're like, that can't happen again. So we have a Christmas special, right? I have a special Christmas treat for you guys.
Ooh.
I hope you're ready.
Merry Christmas.
This is awesome. I usually the one giving presents.
That's right, Santa. But
Thanks, Santa.
now it's Easter Bunny to give you something, and I can't wait to try it out and
Okay.
also let you guys experience
Yeah.
it for the very
Dang,
first
let's
time.
do it.
So I hope
Yeah.
you're ready
R&R,
for
man.
Christmas.
Yeah?
Yes.
Cool.
Let's go. Beer R&R, baby.
Pass it over.
Ooh.
And
This literally says
it's
Christmas
a Christmas ale,
Whoa, that is really cool.
from Bell's Brewery out in Michigan. So
Michigan.
shout out to Bell's.
Yeah,
Comstock,
this
Michigan.
traditional Scott ale is rich and malty with notes of caramel and a warm finish. Certain to make any occasion festive or at least a little bit more bearable. Enjoy the company of friends and family.
Or rabbitable.
Wow, caramel. Dude, and the front
Dude.
cover is Christmas,
Christmas tree,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're straight out. It's Bell's.
Yeah, so just like Tim Allen, this is from Michigan.
Dude,
Ooh.
you guys are gonna get a little taste of me.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want any more.
I bottled this.
I don't want any more. I don't
right.
trust that guy.
Hey, Mr. Sander, you can take it off. But let's cheers and beers as tradition, and then
One drink. Tell us
me
what you think. Start it off.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that is so crazy. Dude, I've never tasted nothing like this.
Oh, I love that
So,
reaction. I love that.
literally tasted caramel.
Wow.
Let's hope so.
I trying caramel beer
What
for
are
the
you
first
gonna
time
do?
ever.
What are you rating? I'm curious.
Let's see. Oh, one drink.
What do you think? I think he's going sevens.
Dude, I think it's
High
easy
sevens.
sevens.
High sevens.
This is crazy. I've never tasted.
From his
this.
maybe
reaction,
even.
maybe
I mean,
eight.
I don't know
dude,
what to think.
This
What
he
is it?
doesn't
I
even
don't
know
know.
what to think. We've
I
stumped
don't know
Santa.
if it's
We
good or
stumped
bad or my mind
Santa.
is blown.
You could take another one, even though.
Go ahead, get another drink. Make sure it's right. Get another drink. Get that right taste. If you give it an honest review.
That is so interesting. I've never had nothing like this. So
Wow,
blowing
cool.
my mind.
I'm very happy to hear that.
I want to go.
Come on, Santa.
I'm going higher because of the uniqueness and just my mind being blown up. I'm literally gonna go 8-1.
8-1.
That's a sweet score.
That's a monster score.
Go
My
ahead,
mind is with-
All
Josh.
right.
Take that drink. Tell us what you think,
Whoa, that is funky. Wow.
dude. I'm so
I taste the
nervous.
caramel. I
Dude, you
taste
taste
a
it.
little like coffee, but it's the malty mixed with the rich and caramel. Oh my god! All
So
right.
nervous. Take one
Sorry,
more.
I know
No,
it's one
take
drink.
it,
Tell me
take
what you
it.
think, but
Take it. Take your time.
that is funky. I'm gonna go 7-6.
Wow.
7-6.
Like I said, I haven't had
Wow.
this since 2012, 2011, roughly. I'm excited and very nervous and very excited after you guys' reviews.
Let's go, Rabbit.
Here we go.
One
I'm
drink.
so happy.
Tell me what you think, baby.
Oh my gosh. That's so much better than I remember. I hated beer when I first had
Yeah.
this, so I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
That is, wow. Let me try one more.
Wow.
Sorry, hold
This
on.
wouldn't
It's
be a
hard
good-
not to-
This wouldn't be a good first beer.
Wow. That is
Very festive.
very delicious.
That's a good way to
Yeah.
put this beer.
I got to give this an easy 8.7 for me.
8.7.
Easy. Easy
Monster.
8.7.
Holy crap.
Dude, it's also
Wow.
7.5% alcohol, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Oh,
And you don't
not
even
saw
and you
that.
don't even taste it.
7.5.
You don't taste that at all.
Yeah, I didn't taste it at all.
Yeah.
No.
I guess I wasn't paying attention. I think I was noticing that caramel. Like that's
Yeah,
just- I've
it's
never
there.
tasted
Yeah.
nothing
That's,
like that.
That's there.
This is kind of like something you would find at the state fair.
This
like
is
those unique.
This is a
weird
great
beers.
beer. I can't believe,
I don't know. I
I've never
imagine
had
drinking
nothing like
in a
this.
cold environment.
dude.
Like,
I
I'd be
haven't.
cold.
I remember the very first time I had this. I was at a house party, and I just wasn't a fan because I didn't drink
Were you
beer back
21?
then. I was.
Okay.
And I worked at a liquor store
Trying to
and
get you
a
caught up.
bar. I was not cool back then, dude. But now I like to drink.
Yeah.
But
Dude, awesome. Matt, this is a great
Yeah,
this is
group.
a fun one.
Thanks
This
for the
is
gift,
like the
brother.
most
You're
unique
welcome.
beer I've ever had.
Cheers and beers, guys.
Wow.
Cheers and beers.
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Hey.
Ooh.
Christmas edition.
Christmas.
Can I get a drum roll?
Real gangster.
Real gangster. Sam's got to lay off
I
on the
live in
cookies.
the North Pole. I gotta stay hot. Gotta have some.
All right, Santa, how about you? Ho, ho, ho. Tell us about what's going on.
Ho, ho, ho. Am I the a-hole for telling my parents that my kids won't attend Christmas if everyone can't attend?
Oh,
no. Okay.
Everyone can relate to this.
Oh, my husband was injured when we were in high school almost 18 years ago now and used a wheelchair. We have 4 children. His is 15-year-old son from a previous relationship, an 8-year-old daughter, a 5-year-old son, and 1-year-old daughter. My parents usually host a big Christmas every year with all the kids and their families. Sometimes it's at their home and sometimes it's at a vacation destination. In previous years, it has always been accessible for my husband, but this year they've chosen to have it in the mountain/ski resort.
Wow.
That is largely,
And he's in a wheelchair, right?
yes,
Okay.
largely inaccessible and would have a lot of activities that would leave out my husband. So we told them we're going to do our own thing for Christmas this year. No biggie, right? They responded with, how about you send the kids and you can do your own thing? We responded that we wouldn't be sending our kids and that we couldn't all attend. Nobody would attend. They're upset and accusing us of withholding the kids for something that brings them joy and being bad parents. Are they the a-hole?
That's a good segment. And before we get to it, let's dissect this, you know.
Yeah, we have to.
So my husband,
So she's got a husband of 18 years. He's been in the wheelchair for 18 years minimum, right?
dude, and I'm going to say this.
That's when they met. But he's in a wheelchair now, so it doesn't say how long.
Okay, true.
So he was injured in high school 18 years ago, and so she's been
There
with
you go.
him since
Okay.
then. And they do have 4 children, so that's awesome.
One
That's
from a previous, but at least 3. It sounds like at least
downstairs still
assuming.
works.
Sure.
Yep.
Oh, good for him. Let's
Yep.
go.
And then, sorry, I had to throw that in there, guys. Which is great. You know,
That's
sometimes
great.
when you
Which is
get in a
great.
wheelchair accident, you know, that to have kids and be in a wheelchair, oh my God, that's a blessing.
Very blessed.
Kids are a blessing. I can't say it enough.
I'm sure they are.
But that's just so crazy. So their parents, which would be the kids' grandparents, you know, they go to all these vacations, but they should look out for the husband. I understand that the daughter
You would think so,
is their
right?
daughter and the
Yeah.
husband's her son-in-law. So they probably don't really look out for him so much because he's in a
Doesn't
wheelchair.
sound like they like the husband too much. I
Yeah.
mean, if they're gonna go to a ski resort, or I get it, it's Christmas time,
Yeah.
but I mean, like
It sounds so
you
bad.
you can go on a different time. You don't have to go during
Yeah.
Christmas, right?
Yeah. So and I feel like torn because like, you know, if I was let's just say if I was the husband, you know, and I spent Christmas with my kids, I got 4 kids, I would want to spend the Christmas with them,
Sure.
and the grandparents mean a lot too. You know, like, do I ask my kids like, hey, do you guys want to go with your grandparents to the ski resort? Because it does sound super fun. and you got a 15-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old, and a 1-year-old. Obviously, the 1-year-old and the 5-year-old would probably not go, right? Because there wouldn't be that many.
No, you can't
activities.
send. You're not going to send them. Like, what are they going to do?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, I really would do the 15 and 8-year-old, but then it's like you're sending kids.
You're going to send 2 away and then keep the other 2. Like, that's not going to make any sense.
Because you're not
Like,
going to send the 1-year-old
no,
at
of
all,
course
right?
not. No.
No, you couldn't.
No.
Yeah, there'd be
no
no
way.
point.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
So, like, in some ways it makes sense, but, like, also the parents, I mean, the grandparents in this story, should have, I understand they want to go somewhere fun for the kids. I mean, every grandparent loves their grandchildren, because they're, kids bring joy.
Sure.
Let's just say that. Right?
That's right. I mean, yeah, it's Christmas, right? Like, especially during Christmas for some.
Correct.
There's even more like that special moments, the special feeling.
You get together, you see your
Yes.
nieces,
Quick holidays,
nephews, your
family.
cousins.
Yes.
That's the one time a year you see all of them.
Sure, and obviously this is left out of context, is we don't know how often they're seeing each other.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, but to go to a ski resort when you know that your son-in-law
It's a little slap in the face, right?
can't even ski, like, dude, he's in a wheelchair. Like, yeah, it's a slap in the face.
Slap in the face. Would you agree, Santa?
It's not. It's like,
no, I don't know.
No way.
That's what I initially thought.
dude, it has to be.
But after, like,
let's hear your opinion. Let's go,
I
Santa.
didn't notice the 1-year-old. Someone has to be with the baby, and I kind of thought back to my own childhood and now me as an adult, where I remember like being with my parents or being with your folks, like they would just be watching us have fun, and they found joy in watching the kids have fun.
You make a good point.
And then too, so but I do totally think like them telling just to send the kids. I think they should all be together as family as Christmas.
Yeah. Well,
But-
like how
but
are you
being
gonna
at
have
a
the 1-year-old
ski
because
resort,
like
can't.
the husband
Yeah.
can't go no matter what because there's
But
nothing.
maybe
for a
the
wheelchair.
grandparents can't either.
What's that?
Maybe the grandparents can't either.
So
Well,
the
apparently
grandparents
they
picked the
can.
trick.
But maybe-
because
no,
they
maybe
the
they-
grandparents picked the trip to the mountains. What are you talking
But
about?
maybe they're doing it for the grandkids.
No,
because-
why? Oh, so it doesn't make any
Like-
sense. What do you mean
Okay,
the grandparents
so-
couldn't be there if they're making the trip? They
Correct.
picked the trip.
No, but I'm saying maybe they're not skiing on the hill.
Doesn't matter. They're going to
Yeah.
a mountain town.
So
If I were gonna take
yeah,
this,
but he
what
can
you're-
do everything else but ski. He's in a wheelchair. You can do everything else but ski.
So you're taking this out of context, but from
Little
Matt's point
bit.
of view, I agree with Matt because
A
like
little bit.
they're not gonna do a ski mountain resort
yeah.
if they can't be a
They-
part of it with kids. And
You're
if
telling me the
there's-
grandparents are just going to the mountain just to see the mountain? They're not going to go do any activities?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Again, we're
But
adding
what are
adding more to this.
activities?
We're adding
Yeah.
we're adding more to the story.
no,
But
I'm going off of this, like just
Well,
the fact that
yeah.
I mean I don't know that, but I also too as me
I'm going off the story,
like,
although I don't know this.
I was like, dude, this
call
is
out.
crazy.
That's
So,
too funny.
so
Thank you.
I go to like a lot of kids' birthday parties, and like if it's
That's
at a water
not
park,
right. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
but if it's at a water park, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It'll be people younger than me. Dude, I'm the only one suiting up in a swimsuit. Like
That's
like,
sketchy
but
as hell.
these
You shouldn't be
parents-
doing that. I told you shouldn't be going to parties by yourself just in a
No,
bathing suit.
But the parents like watch their kids have joy, and I like having joy. Like I want to go down the water side. Like, but and I think that this isn't actually as bad as I initially.
Well, what's hard
It's
too
not
is
as
like
bad
how
as
about
it
you send
sounds
the
when you read
kids and you guys can do your own thing. That's kind of also
That's-
another slap in the face.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like,
I
hey,
get,
send the kids,
It's
but
unfair
we
for
don't
the
want you guys.
18-year-old.
Like, that's a slap to the daughter's husband.
yeah. And how can you even say like you have a 15-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 5, and a 1, and you're like, hey, I'll send my kids to you? Like, how does that even make sense?
Doesn't make sense.
Like the
Was-
8-year-old's gonna be struggling. The 15-year-old will probably have the most fun,
Sure.
and then the 5-year-old probably can't even put on skis or walk.
Or they're going to be doing the bunny hill. They're not
But-
going to be going down any
Here-
slopes.
But
And you
what's-
have
and
two
what's- they have a
grandparents.
And what's the
1-year-old.
1-year-old doing?
They have a 1-year-old.
Sure.
That just shows that the grandparents aren't skiing. Well, at least one of them, because they have to take care of the baby.
So who's looking over the 15, 8, and the 5-year-old?
their whole
grandparents are
family's
gonna-
there.
yeah.
Their whole
Unfortunately,
family's
now
there.
here we
There's
don't have the
cousins,
ages of
aunts,
Oh, yeah,
uncles.
so we have
we
zero
don't,
context.
We don't have the ages of the grandparents,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
We don't know what they are.
I'm going to say the OP of this
Is
is
not.
not an asshole.
Definitely
The
not.
reason why is because
She's looking out for her husband
you
and
have your
family.
kids, you have your husband, he's in a wheelchair. If a place that you bought in the resort is not accessible at all for wheelchairs, then how is he going to get to his room? How is he going to go?
No, I
out
would
to dinner?
imagine.
How is he going to do
Let me
all
cut
these
you off right
things?
there. I'm going to add a little bit. I would imagine that the hotel that they're going to is still accessible. But what fun is someone going to be in a wheelchair in a mountain in a mountain ski
Enjoying
range?
watching your kids have fun.
How? He's
can't.
stuck in the lobby.
Someone
He's
has to
not
watch the baby
he's
anyways.
not
So,
going
Sean,
up.
are you saying that they are a hole then?
I'm not saying she's an S.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying she ain't the a-hole though.
Oh, okay.
But-
So then you're saying you
Because-
agree with
because
us.
the question
You
is,
agree too?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
agree?
yeah.
Christmas
The OP
one
is
time, Christmas.
the OP
Like-
is not the a-hole.
Yeah.
It is your kids.
Yeah,
it's your
her
kids.
kids. That's fine that she said that.
And
But
it kind of sucks that,
I think
that
they're
we-
wrong for not going though.
like you said,
No,
you didn't take it
no.
out of context.
I
You
think
said
she's an
largely
a-hole to her
unacceptable.
kids.
Yeah.
No,
I do her to the
I don't
grandparents,
think
but-
she is. I think the
but
grandparents
I
are
think
because
for
they
the
chose
question,
that
no.
they chose that location.
What an episode, guys. Jeez.
Honestly,
Talk about a Christmas special.
Christmas special. Merry Christmas.
Dude,
we guys,
Merry Christmas.
we hope you have a very special holiday.
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah.
you do Christmas or
Celebrate
don't.
or not, man.
Thank
Thank
you.
you guys so much for coming in and watching, dude. Merry Christmas
Merry
and Happy
Christmas.
New Year.
Happy New
And
Year.
I'll see you guys on the 24th, the nighttime.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're bad or you're
Yes.
good.
Well, you won't see me. You guys will be sleeping.
Naughty
But
or
I'll see you
nice.
guys on Easter.
See you guys. Thank you so much for watching, man. All right,
Yeah,
take
Take care,
care.
everyone. Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
ho, ho, ho.